beautiful city of Perth, Western Australia, all aglow along the banks of the Swan River. But where does all of that electricity come from? And what are we doing to make sure the supply is sustainable for future generations? Perth is part of the Southwest Interconnected System that supplies electricity to most of the southwest of the state. The system is maintained by Western Power. They look after all of the power lines that make up the grid. And Synergy is the company that bills customers for their electricity. On top of this, Synergy also controls the production of nearly half of the energy that supplies the Southwest Interconnected System and is responsible for about 60% of the actual billed consumption. Electricity is produced from the conversion of an energy source into an electrical current, usually by generating heat that powers turbines. These energy sources include two major types, non-renewable and renewable. Non-renewable sources are also called fossil fuels. A lot of controversy exists in the use of these fuels, as mining them causes damage to the natural landscape, and as they are burned they emit gases that are harmful to the planet and contribute to global climate change. About 90% of the electricity in WA is still being produced using these non-renewable sources, and the government is committed to reducing this through investment in renewable energy. So what are the renewable options for generating electricity in WA? Of course there is solar power. Australia is one of the sunniest countries in the world, and to take advantage of this, there are a range of household solar panels available that convert energy from the sun into electricity. This is then used to power appliances, and any unused electricity can be sold into the grid for other consumers. One of Australia's largest solar producers is the Grenfell River Solar Farm, which feeds into the Southwest Interconnected System with a capacity of 10 megawatts. The current major renewable source for power in the Southwest Interconnected System is wind, which accounts for about 75% of renewable energy production. There are several wind farms that operate in WA. They share land also used for farming. These wind farms have no emissions, but need favourable wind conditions to operate. Biomass and landfill gas are two other sources that are used to provide power from renewable sources in WA. They come from waste products produced by industry and households and offer alternative fuels that produce less emissions than fossil fuels. Advances in technology are still creating new and better ways to harness renewable energy. Solar energy has limitations for use, as the sun does not shine at night, so there needs to be a way to store this energy for use later. A new community trial is set to begin in Alcoboss Beach, a suburb north of Perth, where solar panels on more than 100 homes are connected to a lithium-ion battery unit that will store energy during the day and release it as needed. These households also have devices fitted that monitor energy use throughout the day, enabling residents to make decisions about their energy use. The ocean is one renewable source that is currently being investigated by Carnegie Wave Energy just off the coast of Garden Island. In a trial that is the first of its kind in the world, waves are used to power pumps that run a hydroelectric power plant. Wave energy is particularly attractive for WA, as the majority of consumers live near to the coast, reducing the distance the electricity needs to travel. It also has the benefits of being renewable, producing zero emissions, is less vulnerable to changes in weather, unlike wind and solar, and is placed below the waterline where it doesn't disrupt the view. As if these benefits weren't enough, the system also supplies water to a desalination plant. This has a lot of potential in a state as dry as WA. The Australian Government has committed to increasing the amount of electricity from renewable sources and reducing harmful greenhouse emissions by 2020, in line with the Kyoto Protocol. In order for the sources of the Southwest Interconnected System to be improved, the government, private business, and the community at large need to continue to invest money and research into emerging technologies for the use of renewable energy generation and storage. In doing so, the people of WA will enjoy electricity that protects the environment and our modern way of life.